Hi everyone, this is Julia here from Adventure Geek, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about socks. The good, the bad and the downright ugly. Okay everyone, today I'm going to be talking to you all about socks. There are compression socks, water socks, bamboo socks, running socks. You've got socks that are anti-blister or meant to be anti-blister socks. Yeah, but what actually works for you or what works for me? So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I've been on this whole sock journey for the last few years, and I thought it was about time I did a video about it. So let's start with the bad. Okay, so the bad socks out there. So normal socks, please do not wear normal cotton socks. Cottons, if you're walking on cotton, they soak up the sweat, the horrible stuff, and it stays within the sock. You keep on walking, you end up getting blisters, and they just don't breathe. So those sort of socks, horrible, don't have them. Okay, next bad socks are, you know, these anti-blister socks. There's these walk 1,000 mile socks, or underwear also do like anti-blister socks. And what I mean by anti-blister socks is it's like two socks in one. So you have like a sock liner, and then you have another sock, but they're actually attached to each other inside. I can't pull this out, but you've got like a double layer here. Can you see what I mean? You've got like a double layer sock. But what happens is, when they're straight out of the packet, these things are awesome, but we can't all afford to just buy things and just wear things once. The minute you've washed them, they sort of lose their shape, and then inside your foot you get these crumpled little areas, and that's where you get blisters. So the anti-blister socks, in my opinion, some people may absolutely swear by them, but these 1,000 mile socks are something that I would not recommend. Okay, so that's the bad out the way. So the good socks, let's talk to you about good socks. First thing is standard hiking socks. You know, a good quality hiking sock that's going to cost you anywhere between sort of 15 to 30 pounds. Some of them are really expensive, but you can't go wrong with a good quality pair of socks. So something like merino wool. The brands that I tend to use are Bridgedale's, so these are fantastic. So get yourself a good pair of hiking socks if you're hiking, especially in the winter. But in the summer it is a bit of a different story. I've been on this journey, and when I've walked on things like the Camino and also the South Downs Way, then anything that's like quite hard ground, I'd recommend wearing runner socks. Now I know this, you may think this is a bit crazy, but I use these ones called X socks. I've got about 6 pairs of these, but if I show you these are, they've got really good like support network all the way across your feet and across the side and across the bottom and across your toes as well. So they actually support your foot really, really well in various different places. So if you're doing any sort of hard ground walking, so something like, say, the South Downs Way where you're walking on chalk constantly, these are just brilliant, and I will always take these on the Camino with me as well, because mainly they wick really well. These are called X socks. They've got a left and a right, so you can't get confused. So yeah, I would choose these over a hiking sock, to be honest with you, if I'm doing any sort of long distance trail where it's going to be really hot and the ground's going to be quite hard. So X socks are awesome. Again, I'll put links to all these down below so you can have a look for yourself. The next, talking about hard ground or the Camino and the South Downs Way. So one thing I experienced when I was on the Meseta is actually shin splints. If you've ever had shin splints, then it's frigging agony. So basically all the sides of your shin bones start to tear, the muscles start to tear in dinky little tears, and it is excruciatingly painful literally every time you put your foot on the floor. So I was on the hunt for some sort of compression. So the first thing I did was put strips of blue like athletic tape, and that helped a little bit. But now, as part of my staple, I always have compression socks in my pack if I know I'm going to be doing any sort of hard ground. So if it's ground for something like the South Downs or the Meseta on the Camino, I would certainly recommend any sort of compression sock, just to keep it in your pack and just to keep it. It's good to have an extra pair of socks anyway, but if you're going to have an extra pair of socks, you have something that works for you, like compression socks. So they're quite long. I've got a money spider that's just appeared. That's a good sign, isn't it? Okay, right, so yeah, compression socks. So they're quite long. These ones are a brand called Hilly. So yeah, they're quite cool, and they've also got the support as well on the front, as well as support on the side and all up your leg. I've got some caramel ones as well, which are white. So that's compression socks. Next thing I wanted to talk about, waterproof socks. So if you're in the UK, lots of my walking club guys are walking in muck boots, and they're walking in muck wellies, and they seem to be working quite well, which is great for your 3 or your 5 mile walks. They tend to work well. But to be honest with you, I was tempted to get some of those, but I just thought, well, I've been off riding with my actual waterproof socks, so I wear liners, just liners on my feet with waterproof socks over the top. Now I've got 4 pairs of waterproof socks. I've got 2 pairs that are a little bit iffy, which are just cheap ones that I bought off the internet, and to be honest, they're like putting rubber onto your feet. But the best brands out there from experience, I would say, is the Otter brand, which has got the otter on it, and also I would say sealskin as well. Somebody said to me the other day, oh my god, you're wearing sealskins on your feet. And yeah, I think that's just the brand name. They're not actually using otter skin or seal skin at all. It's just the name of the brand. It just means that they're really, really waterproof. So these ones are absolutely phenomenal. At the end of the day, things are going to get wet eventually. If you're completely sodden like we were up on Kinder Scout, I ended up with wet feet, but not right until the end. And we've been walking for 14 miles and we've been out for like 9 hours or something ridiculous like that. So Otter or sealskin brand for waterproof socks. Again, if I know I'm going somewhere where it's going to be wet, that is part of my staple. I usually just keep them hooked into my walking boots. So coming on to liner socks then. Again, this is something, sometimes I will just walk in liner socks with my trail runners if I'm going somewhere really, really hot, because they're lightweight and they wick. These are called Cool Max liner socks. I just got them from Go Outdoors, and again, I've got about 6 pairs of these. If I know I'm going to be cold, I'll wear these coupled with hiking boots, which I know probably is very similar to your blister socks, but they're separate, so they're not attached. So you've got that little bit of give and take, and again, that helps. A lot of people swear by doubling up on socks, but not doubling up as an all-in-one sock. It just doesn't work for me. So the Cool Max socks are fantastic, and sort of fairly newish to the market, which, you know, I don't mind doing this if I'm doing a short walk, is bamboo socks. Now bamboo socks, not only are they really soft and nice to wear, and they feel a little bit like cotton, but they also wick really well. So get yourself a pair of bamboo socks, and yeah, if you're just doing a short walk, like a local walk, and it's in the summer, bamboo socks rock. So that's me, the good, the bad and the ugly. What's your opinion on socks? Do you like those blister socks? If you do, yeah, put your comments below, because we're here to share the news. That's Julia Doherty from Adventure Geek signing out today, talking to you about socks. Don't forget to get outside, get inspired, go. See you later. Take care. Bye bye.